Knicks fans, we're back. Welcome to another episode of Delusional Knicks Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. Another live episode. We are back. Washington Wizards against the New York Knickerbockers. Pretty much on this episode, the Knicks new roster alert. Different preseason game. We have Deuce in the starting lineup. You have Dottie Clarkson as well as Malcolm Brogdon and Yabusele. So coach wants to see a different lineup out there today, which kind of makes sense. We've seen what the starters can do in the offense. As coach pretty much told us that they haven't really ran any sets. Everything is off of instincts and schemes that they pretty much have, little basic sets here and there. So now we are looking forward to the bench play and to see how they run the offense and to figure out who we're going to have on the team. This is a good opportunity for Brogdon to make the team. It's crazy that Tibbs is sitting. What is his name? The shooter that it's on a exhibition 9, Landry Shamet is literally on our bench as a exhibition 9 or 10 contract, and he's sitting, so that should give you clear indication that this man is making that team. So now it's for Brogdon to showcase what he can do. Dottie on Front Street so that he could possibly be moved in the trade. So that's the situation we're in currently. Deuce, Yabusele, these guys getting familiar with the offensive scheme as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to, probably more than any other game, I'm looking forward to this game to see what our bench unit is capable of, and to see who can make the team going forward. Pretty much that's what I'm thinking about. How's everybody weekend? Game 4. We have one more game lined up for the Knicks after that, and then it's on to the season opener next week against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I'm definitely excited about this year. We'll see what transpires. Another key thing to worry about is Josh Hart. Josh Hart have yet to play a full game in the preseason to see what he can do in this offense. He's been out with a lingered injury, so we'll see what transpires from this game and what our team can potentially be going forward. As for the Washington, couple of guys to kind of go against, I think on the injury reserve. Let's see, injured reserve. We got a couple of guys out. AJ Johnson, Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum is out. Alex R. So it looks like their whole guys are out. So we'll see what the actual lineup is for the Wizards in a few, once the game kind of starts. Honestly, let's see. As we get some announcements, coach came out early and stated that the starters are pretty much going to be sitting out. That's good to rest. So that means that hopefully we've been going in. As I'm looking at it, you got Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Justin Champagne. Actually, we're familiar with Justin Champagne. We're playing with the Spurs. Marvin Bagley the third, and Bub Carrington. So this is going to be some some garbage minutes as we look at this schedule now. Yeah, it's going to be it. So hopefully Jordan Clarkson could put in some work. So we'll see. I'm eager to see what Brogdon could do, how he run the offense. So this it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I think the Knicks are, if we look at, let me see, I don't see any stats yet. I think the Knicks are a minus 5.5 going into it. It's minus 5.5. Oh, actually, no, that's looking right now. They're minus 220. Excuse me, minus 210. So hopefully Knicks can go 4-0 currently. I'm an advocate for winning all the time. You know, forget leaving your food unfinished. Get as many wins as possible, regardless if it's a preseason or not, as we get ready for this game. Let me see if all right, let's get into it. Pacome, time for you to make a case for yourself, my brother. You are a 6'8" forward. They got Pacome Dade paying power forward, which is crazy. Power forward for Dade. Small forward, it looks like, for Clarkson. Deuce at the point, Brogdon at the 2. So this is going to be an interesting game. As tip-off goes, Knicks win the tip-off. Malcolm Brogdon at the top of the key. Pass it off to Clarkson. Let's see what Clarkson could do. Dadier. So perimeter similar sets that we ran. Let's see what that transitions to. Coming off the curl is Clarkson. Pass it off to Brogdon. Brogdon pick and roll. Yabusele mid-range pump fake out to Deuce. You know Deuce is going to get it up. Deuce with the step back 3. No good. Rebound by Marvin Bagley. Like I said, let's get some defense going. Knicks at the top of the key. Deuce is guarding. Let's see. It looks like they're running their sets. A little slow in their sets. Knicks playing D. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Deuce. Let's go, Deuce. Deuce at the top of the key. Dribble handoff. Pacome. Pass it up. Okay, Yabusele. Pass it to Dadier. Dadier with the quick 3-pointer.
3-point goal.
That was a smooth shot. We like that shot. Look, coming off the curl, you got to get off of that. I don't know who that is, but great 3-pointer coming off the curl by the Wizards. Let's see, another dribble handoff. Pacome Dadier on the wing. Pass it up to Brogdon. Brogdon top of the key. Another screen. Brogdon gets in the paint. Let's see. Passes it off to Dadier. Dadier back-to-back 3-pointers.
3-point goal.
Look, Dadier's coming in. He's saying, do not trade me, guys. This is what I can do on a daily basis with confidence. 6'8", playing the power forward right now. Knocking out back-to-back threes. Let's get it. As George gets into the paint, no good. Tipping by Marvin Bagley III. Is this a showcase game for Dadier? Dadier bringing the ball up, saying, look, I'm the only forward on this team. If OG and Hart is out, I could play backup forward at both positions. As Jordan Clarkson hits you with a pick and roll, goes for the 3, no bueno. Jordan Clarkson is like 0 for 7 in his Knicks debut. Not even debut. Who was that knocked down that 3? Bud Carrington just walks into a 3. It is 8-6 on my end. As another dribble handoff. Okay, Brogdon with the in and out. Brogdon got old man game right now. As he gets into the paint, no foul. Bringing the ball up. Wizards in transition over to Bud. Bud on the post up. Another dribble handoff. At the top of the key. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Bagley. So, yeah, this lineup is possibly going to give up a lot. And I mean a lot of rebounds. This is a small team. This is a small team. As we got an early time out. It's 10-6. So, I'm seeing good things. I see some good things right now with Dadier. Dadier being aggressive, coming out with 6 points, 2 for 2 from the field. He needs to be able to defend that. When somebody got you in the hook, in that pick and roll, you got to get around that and use his length. You 6'8", Dadier. Use your length, my guy. But so far it's good. Offense is looking all right. Just got to do better defense. 10-6 right now. Yeah, it's Bagley 101. You already got 4 rebounds. So like I said, rebound is definitely going to be an issue. going against the Wizards with this short lineup with Yabusele 6'8" playing the center position. He's capable. But I remember with Philly last year, they definitely struggled on that rebound aspect whenever Yabusele was at the 5. So we'll see. We'll see. Jordan Clarkson, gotta get it going for us, guy. You are literally like 0 for 7 from 3-point line. So when is he going to actually knock down a 3 at the Garden so we can give him that shower?
3-point goal.
We can hit him with that 3-point goal. But it should be an interesting game. I think Brogdon will control the offense. As you can see, he already got an assist. But old man game, you saw when he attacked the paint just now. That was atrocious when he attacked the paint. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some more. We'll get some Muhammad Diawara. He gets some burn today, so we can see him in full extended minutes. Another thing we brought was situation that Alex Lynn, who's been on a team, did he even get any burn in the preseason? So it's like, granted, I guess he knows that we brought him here just to run around, and play on our training camp, but he hasn't seen any minutes. And I figured Knicks, that's one of our weak spots as well as at the center spot, because if you play Cat and Mitch together, Yabusele's only 6'8". You know, then of course you got Hakaporti, who's another 7-footer, but you know, he's technically going to back up these guys. So what's going to occur if an injury occur, in a sense? Like who's going to be that backup? So Alex Lynn is definitely needed. This is Coach. We got Coach talking about, and that's what I said about Pacome Dadier, is utilizing his size. That's what he said. He needs to learn how to use his size. So that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Knicks at the top of the key. Let's see. Kind of run a motion offense. Oh, that's a midi. That's easy buckets. Let's go. So Jordan Clarkson had been knocking down his middies. He's good at that. It's just his 3-point attempts. Needs to get it going. As let's see, the Wizards running their sets. Love the dribble handoff at the top of the key. Mid-range jump shot is no good. And like you said, Achilles heel for tonight is rebounding, as Marvin Bagley just tipped in another offensive rebound. He's clearly at 5 boards, 2 defensive, 3 offensive at the moment. As Jordan Clarkson is dribbling, getting into his paint, he pivot, and they called a travel. Travel on my Knicks. So, and as crazy as it sounds, the Knicks do not have an offensive set in play. They just have read and react an offense, which is very unique. It's very unique, to be honest with you. I wonder if this is something Golden State had implemented, you know, when they first started, as a rebound from Dadier. But we'll see how it translates. Dadier at the top of the key. Looked like he got a nice little bounce to him, knowing that he's going to get more minutes. Deuce mid-range almost dropped him. You got to take that. As Dadier dribbling the ball out, pass it up to Deuce. Deuce for 3. It looks like all our offense is catered to generate threes. Like, penetrate, somebody slash, somebody attack. But it's a pick and roll down to the Wizards, and the Wizards are on a run, as it is 14-8 on my end. My Knicks need to get it going. As Brogdon bring that ball up, dribble handoff down to Deuce. Deuce attacks, left hand layup. It is good. We like that, Deuce. We'll take it. Let's get some defense going. Looking it up, we look like, okay, Wizards running a little triangle action at the top of the key. Dribble handoff. Champagne pops a 3 off the backboard. Good 3 off the backboard. It's Malcolm Brogdon bringing the ball up. It is 17-10 as Deuce brings it to the wing over to Clarkson. Clarkson back out to Brogdon. Brogdon pick and roll with Yabo. Doesn't use it. Yabo at the top of the key. Cash money.
3-point goal.
Finally dropped as he's 1 for 7. The second 3-pointer of the preseason. So we'll take it as he is 2 for 8. As they call a foul on Dade. Dade need to use his base body a little bit more. As Keyshawn George gets into the paint. Yeah, no. This is a bad call. That's a bad call. But Yabusele knocking down the 3. He gotta take it. And I like that though. It's crazy. He spaced the floor a lot better once he's playing the 5. Because the bigs will usually drop. They would stay in drop coverage with that, which opened up his opportunities to knock down those 3s. Those opportunities wasn't there before because he was, playing a power forward. So they would still be in close range. So as it almost a steal, that's Dadier with another 3, no good. As Trey, what is his name that they brought to the game? Jameson the third. Is pretty much in the game right now. We got Tyler Kolek, Matthews, Kevin McCullough, and Jameson. It is in the game right now. As even Tyler Kolek is playing for a spot from himself. So we'll see what transpires from that. And it's the thing too. They bring in Kevin McCullough. He's going to be a 2-way. So it's good to get some action for him as well. But is that Corey Crispus who just shot that 3? Oh, look, you're supposed to get to that, Jordan Clarkson. Pass it up. Tyler Kolek, no good. You can see that's off. Offensive rebound. Back to, wow, Jordan Clarkson and Kolek missed the tip. And yeah, Clarkson, that 3-point lid, it is on the basket. As what they call. As a timeout is called by Washington. It's currently 20-13. Which is no good. So far, pretty much still saying the same key numbers as Marvin Bagley the third with 6 points and I believe how many rebounds? 7 rebounds. K. George and the Wizards with 6 points. Champagne with 3. Johnson with 3. And Crispert, who is currently in the game, with 0. Jordan Clarkson with 2. That's the only person that's currently on the court right now. But he is currently jacking Clarkson. We're not going to call him Jordan. We're going to call him jacking Clarkson because he is 0 for 2, 1 for 3 from the field. And he's had great looks. I don't think those are any forced looks. Really good look. But it seems like this offense it's really unique that the guys, it's taking time for them to grasp. Because read and react, that's like it's a tough system to try to play in. That's like you going into a pickup game and try to instantly match with a couple of random guys. Who has different tendencies that like the ball in certain positions. And then it's like, all right, try to figure out on the fly. Not to say they're figuring out on the fly, but to read and react, you got to be in certain positions. So if Mitch grabbed the ball and dish it out, hey, Jeff. Hola, Jeff. How you doing, my good brother? How art thou? I'm trying to explain this offense that the Knicks are currently working on right now, where coach said that there's no really set plays, that a lot of the guys are just kind of reading and reacting off of that, and that's very difficult. And if we can master that, we can definitely take it to the next level offensively, to where I guess coach was stating that he want guys to play like that so that the defense cannot settle on us and dictate what we're going to do differently. That's great, but for that to translate for us to win a championship, that I felt like that's a full year under our belt. You know, can that transpire to mid-year and until it's playoff times for us to really master that, and then for him to finally incorporate some set plays. It's gonna be crazy. It's pretty good. No worries. About the B squad. Oh, it's true. We gotta worry about the B squad. Because these are potentially guys that's going to be pivotal to our team. You know me. I'm going to critique everything as Jordan Clarkson finally knocks down his first Knick three from going about 0 for 8 from 3-point line. So that is off his back as it is 20-16. Let me see the Wizards running. Nice little set as Jackson gets into the paint. Left hand layup as is good. True. This is true. That is true. But I figured Tibbs, I don't know what. Tibbs might have simplified the offense a little too easily. And I guess guys picked it up really quickly. Like I said, it's a complicated offense, to be honest with you. As I don't even know who that is. Vukovic knocked down a three. As it's 25-16, Knicks are down, as we definitely need to hatch it down on defense as Jordan Clarkson gets up another three and foul. He finally found his Knick range as he goes back-to-back three, but we need to lock up on defense as well. But yeah, Tibbs did profess the read and react, which I felt like it wasn't too much stand in the corner. That is true. And I was just telling a friend of mine not too long ago, it feels like we gravitate to generating threes more so than actually finding the mismatch and getting to our strength. As Jordan Clarkson goes to the line 25-19. So we'll see. As Jordan Clarkson misses the free throw. These are free, Jordan. Gotta knock it down. As we get some defense going. Top of the key. Dribble handoff. Another pick and roll. Let's see, we got another three. The Knicks, yeah, we gotta defend better. Oh yeah, no, he definitely didn't. But it seems like he's enthused about this offense. He's been speaking very highly about Coach. Let's see. As the pick and roll has been kicked by a kick ball. So we'll see, Jeff. We'll see. Currently 28-19. Knicks down by 9. As we brought in Brogdon again. Let's see what this lineup going to be. Deuce, Brogdon, Jamison, McCullard, and Matthews. As we are playing small ball. This is definitely small ball. And this is what I stated. If the Knicks is playing a double big, who are we going to utilize backing up? As let's see, Jamison with the pump. Well, he do got a post move. He does utilize this jump hook shot. So we like that as an and one is called. And Brogdon again is coaching. That's one thing. When Brogdon is on a court, we seen the last game him talking to the players after the dead ball. I guess he's communicating. Communicating is very key. Let's see. Looks like a new player. Home it's last. Let's see. As another free throw. Come on, guys. No Mitch Cat or Aria. There are no bigs. Yeah, no, we don't. Yabusele being 6'8". That's the only guy currently. Hopefully we can bring Alex Lynn, put him in our G League, and we can utilize that. We'll see. As they run a pick and roll. Passed it up to Matthew, another three. As we are getting the 3-pointers up from Matthews. Yeah, look, all of this is threes after threes after threes. We're shooting 46% from 3, but Washington is currently 63. So we need to play better defense as the Knicks get a steal Malcolm Brogdon gets into the paint. Yeah, now Brogdon don't look as springy as he he gets into the paint with no lift. I'm about to say maybe we're gonna utilize Brogdon as a motivational speaker on the bench because it look like his athleticism is behind us as they call a charge. Good charge drawn by Matthews. We appreciate the defensive end. Wait, is that Cam Whitmore? The Cam Whitmore. I didn't know Cam got traded from Houston. Let's go. Cam Whitmore is in DC. Hopefully he's able to get some burn. I actually like Cam. He's a scoring machine. As Brogdon, it goes into the pick and roll with Jameson. He uses it, passes it up to Deuce. I think Deuce should have shot that three. You jump into it. Stagnant offense right now for the Knicks. As Brogdon gets into the paint, Matthews dishes it, but a foul is called. 30-24. Yeah, nah, I'm sorry. They're gonna have to implement some plays for me because this read and react is still early. It looks like they can utilize at least about 10 sets or 10 progressions out of that one play, which is great. But it all starts the same, which I'm like, I want to see different starting points. As Washington misses the three, but as I stated before, offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding in general is going to be an issue for us tonight, as we are too small, too thin. We currently have, I don't even know who's at power forward right now. It could be either Matthews or McCullum right now, because the lineup we have currently is Deuce, Brogdon, Jameson, McCullum, and Matthews. And I believe Matthews is listed as 6'6". So we'll see. As Jameson, I think, comes in about 6'10". So it's, yeah, I figured we would see, Muhammad coming in at playing that backup, power forward. He at least got some size on him at 6'9". But as Clyde would say, to no avail. As Knicks run the dribble handoff, Brogdon doesn't use the pick and roll. Almost turned the ball over. Yeah, no, this offense is looking not too good as he gets the ball back from almost turning it over. Brogdon gets into the paint. High left-hand layup. Okay. Bringing it back a few years. Maybe he can. Maybe keeping it Valena on purpose until the game counts for real. That can be something. Which is why we probably won't see the starters going forward, because hopefully they're doing two-a-days and learning the concepts and getting better. So yes, that can be. Said the Smurfs are here. Well, totally. But yeah, how are you feeling about Brogdon's gameplay lately? Like he rarely got minutes the first couple games. Now obviously it's time for us to see what he can do the last two, but it's looking like he's on the outside looking in, especially if Landry is sitting with a bulk of the starters. So that's something. With 37 seconds left, Brogdon brings the ball up. Behind the back dribble, almost turns it over. Deuce using a pick and roll. He has wow, Deuce is turning the ball over, which is the reason why we brought Brogdon in, due to ball handling being an issue. Oh, you said you're good with that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. My stock in Brogdon is kind of slipping. Especially if that case we could have brought back Campaign or Dylan Wright, who can play defense just as well. As George get the shot up, it's Matthew. Excuse me, I keep calling him George. I think what is his first name? Is it Greg Matthews? Garrison Matthews. Excuse me. All right, first quarter is in the books, 36-26. Um, as it feels like Washington is just kind of getting whatever shot they want, 65% from the field to the Knicks 45. Um, they're 66% from three. So they're pretty much getting that compared to the Knicks 45% from field goal and 42 from three. So those are standard realistic numbers. So hopefully Washington will come down to earth with that shooting percentage. Um, three turnovers and 14 rebounds from Washington. Knicks with three turnovers and six boards. Like I stated before, that rebounding is going to be an issue where your biggest guy is 6'10" and your forward is about 6'6" currently at the moment. Once again, coach is benching the starters and a few of the bench players to get some other guys acclimated right now. So we'll see, because he's definitely going to have to make some chopping board. You got Brogdon, who we need to make a decision on. It seems like Landry is a guarantee that make the team. Where else do we have room? To be honestly, like trades need to happen. So we're trying to evaluate. This is the evaluating period right now. So we'll see what transpires from it. And do that time, I didn't even bring up my video. We could have let the video rock. Let me go to Twitter to see. I do want to bring up some things about Coach talking about Mitch. Because he's been talking highly about a lot of the players. I don't know if that's to boost confidence. As it's funny, somebody in my group chat when I was talking about the Knicks brought up Mike Brown, how he talks about players like how David Fizdale did, and I can't unsee it now. Fizdale was talking highly about players, and look how he turned out to be. Not to say that these are entirely two different coaches, but yeah, 6'6" and not Josh Hart. That's 100%. Josh Hart would he would have definitely grabbed those boards, 100%. So yeah, hopefully, you build confidence in your players, but ultimately I want them to be realistic. Be realistic when describing these players. There's one thing about giving them a boost of confidence, but it seems like he speak highly about everybody. Like, give us the real deal. As the Knicks are back on defense, let me switch that over. As now we finally get some Alex Len minutes. I was wondering where we was going to get some Alex Len minutes. He's deep down into the bench as Kolek gets into the pick and roll. They used the go-tot pick and roll on the last game. We seen the go-top pick and roll be infused in that high pick and roll situation. So we like that. That's an automatic bucket or foul with that go top screen. So kudos to the Knicks for implementing that. We utilize that with Tibbs as well. So that's a staple play. That's in the entire NBA, to be honest with you. So 36-27 on my end as we got Kolek knocking down both free throws, and Kolek is pressing. That's good. Slow down this offense. I think we should press almost every possession. If we're going to utilize multiple guys playing, press, man. Slow down their offense. Bring the time down. As an air ball is being shot. I don't even know who that is. That was Tristan Vukovic. As they call an offensive screen on Alex Len, who tries to set up a pick and roll, but wasn't set. It looked like the refs are calling the game a little tight, a little tweet. So we'll take it. So let's see. Knicks look like we hear the sneakers squeaking, so they are playing some solid defense right now. Finally got a 7-footer in the game at Alex Len. As Alex Len played great defense and forces a turnover, a travel. Ref call it travel. Tyler Kolek bringing the ball up. Let's see. Does a dribble handoff. Passes it back to Kolek. Kolek gets into the paint. Needs to finish that. Yabusele back to McCullough for three. No good. Rebounded by the Wizards as we had a offensive rebound possession, but no avail. As Corey is open for three, and we know that's his game. Knocks down a three. Corey is 2 for 3 right now with 5 points. 1 for 2 for 3-point line, as it is 39-28. This definitely looked like a game the Knicks are a little step slower as Kolek gets into the paint 39-30. Let's see, as Cam Whitmore with the dribble handoff, passes it, gets into the paint. Easy backdoor cut by the Wizards. Wizards are playing basketball right now. It seems like they're more cohesive right now. As Kolek just gets up a three, just barely grazed the rim. As Washington on a fast break. As an and one, as Kolek is called for the foul. As Corey goes all the way, transition bucket, makes it 43-30 right now. This is it's a blowout. This is a blowout right now. Was not expecting that. I was still expecting some type of fight with the Knicks. Maybe we need to bring in some guys right now to kind of shift the mood. As offensive rebound, that's an issue right now for as they leave. Corey wide open again, misses the 3-point. Knicks in transition as Kevin McCullough gets it to the paint, passes it up to Alex Len, and it's a turnover. Guys, it's showing of the offensive sets on both ends. But it's going to take time for us. It's going to take time. These are not our starters. These are the B group. As Kevin McCullough at the top of the key dishes off to Diawara. Diawara turns the ball over as these guys are not used to getting these sets and these reps. So we are looking sloppy. 45-30. As, a lot of back cuts. And it looks like with the defense that they play for here, it's, they want to shrink the court. So they want to help out on a dribble penetration. So it's similar to a zone. You have the two guards at the top, one guarding his man primarily, but then you have the second guard kind of slacking off of his defender to shrink that court, to stop the initial dribble penetration. But what that does is two skip passes and guys are wide open as McCullough knocks down a deep three, 45-33. That was a deep three, I'm not going to lie. As Cam at the top of the key, guarded by McCullough, dishes it off. Another three-pointer by the Wizards. This one was by Vucevic again. As Yabusele hit him with the bump hook shot. We like Yabusele. Yabusele's good when he's running in transition and attacking that paint. Let those 3-point shots be secondary in a sense. As Knicks are trying to play some defense, as another shot. Who is this dude? This big man, 00, just knocking out jump shots after jump shots. Knicks need a European big to knock down these shots. Hopefully Alex Len could be that. As Matthews go for the three, no good. Another rebound by Cam. It's looking like it's one and done for the Knicks as Kolek stole the ball, and we might have a transition take foul. 50-35. Man. Look at Yabusele. He looks like he's the same height as Crispert when they're showing this replay of him in the paint. Yabusele looks... This man does not look 6'8". As transition take foul, that is one shot in possession for the Knicks. Currently 50-36 on my end. And you got to give it up to Washington. Washington is playing a good game right now. This Vucevic, he is 4 from 6, 3 for 4 from 3 with 11 points, and he came off the bench. If they got this player coming off the bench, they need to utilize him. As Tyler Kolek gets in the paint and is fouled. Okay, it's Kolek being aggressive. So, but this is one thing that I do question in the read and react offense. So in a situation where Kolek, he waves off that first look and attack the paint, is everyone in position to react to the offensive rebound? Does the guards up top of the key, are they able to get back in defense quickly? So, like, in this offense, you gotta be alert with what's going on the floor. Do we have high IQ players to operate like this? Yes, I think so. But these are things you have to question. As they run that flare, I like that double screen flare action, but just leaving him wide open. And he is called for a foul. Bud Carrington knocks down the foul as Alec Lynn tries to get back. 53. I want to see where they calling this foul on. He tipped his elbow, which is ridiculous. He tipped his elbow as he misses the free throw. But Knicks are fairly still in the game, though, with 38% from 3. It's not bad, but compared to 60 from the Wizards, we got to play better defense. We have to play better defense. Currently, right now, 53-38. But they are killing us. They're still 66% from the field. Alex Lynn looked like we run a little triangle offense, getting it down to McCullough. McCullough with the and one. Good passing. Great spacing as well from the Knicks. As Cam Whitmore fouls Kevin McCullough. McCullough heads to the free throw line. Now, if the Knicks were able to keep Kevin, I like Kevin. But he's also another 6'6" guard. We're very guard heavy. Very guard heavy. As he knocks down the free throw. McCullough right now is currently with 6 points. 2 for 3 from the field. 1 for 2 for 2 with 2 assists. I actually like his games. Very versatile. Could put the ball on the floor, get to the paint. As a traveled is called. Maybe this is for the Knicks to get on a run. I feel a run coming. Hopefully we could get it down to at least 4. As it's 41-53. They run a pick and roll. Alex Lynn gets it to the paint. Nice bucket. Now let's get on defense. Okay, they call the timeout. That's what I like. Nice little momentum building right now. As McCullough ran that pick and roll sweep. They try to trap, dishes it out. Read and react offense. This is what they want to do. And play like this, Knicks. Utilize the cut. Right? Alex Lynn right now coming in, giving the Knicks size. Pause. He got 2 points. 1 rebound. Yeah, Knicks are poorly rebounding right now. Current 5 on the court. Deuce with 1 rebound. Dadier with 2. Lynn with 1. Kevin McCullough with 1. And Kolek with 1. We are getting out rebound. A total of 9 rebounds for the Knicks. Let me bring the stat down so you can see. 9 rebounds for the Knicks to 18. It's double. It's double the rebounds. Obviously, more possessions for them. We got to bear that down. Lock it down. We got less turnovers. It's totally fine. But look at the shooting. Knicks is 50% from the field. 38.9 from 3. As Washington are in the high 60s for field goals made and 3-point percentage. So we'll see. And Charlotte hasn't even won a preseason game yet. So I do not want tonight to be any different. That's one thing about me. I may be delusional, but I need any type of wins we can get. Any type of wins, especially in the Garden. Especially in the Garden. But how we feeling tonight, ladies and gents? Knicks are currently 3-0 in the preseason. The first two against Philly. And I think we've been bamboozled with those Philly games because Philly, their team is still under construction, I guess. These players is hurt. So we didn't see them at their full strength. And then for us to come back home and play Minnesota with their starters, and we saw what our team looked going against Minnesota early. Like, Knicks had to fight and claw back and go against Minnesota bench to win that game. And we saw a lot of turnovers, the offense looking stagnant. That's how we're going to look against pro teams if we don't get better, which I do think we're going to get better. But those first two Philly games definitely had us in our emotions, thinking that we are going to be on the top of the world. We was brought back to life playing against Minnesota, actual contending team. So now it's for us to build. Now we're playing against the Wizards, who's always kind of at the bottom of the barrel, but we'll see. We will see. As Deuce is back in the game and Deuce is pressing, they try to go for the pick and roll. Knicks recover pretty quickly on defense as they're trying to trap. Watch the pass in the middle. McCullough blocked by Alex Len. Another block, but they call a foul as Alex Len. Wait, oh no, we got a shot clock. Okay. That off-rooted the foul because that clearly was a foul by Alex Len. But we'll take it. It's currently 53-43. Knicks is trying to make this comeback as we're down by 10. Alex Len at the top of the key. So Mitchell Robinson this year, he's going to play a key role for the Knicks because as you can see, the offense, it's always the big with the ball at the top of the key. Now, I think that should start free throw extended and down. But I guess it's to create the spacing so where the big is at the top of the key. But I feel like it's a longer pass for our center to make to the wings if he's literally at the top of the three-point line as to being at the free throw where you can facilitate there and let the wings kind of be elsewhere. But you might be more substance to a trap. Maybe if the big is not looking in one direction, someone could come around and steal a ball. That's what Deuce did to Randall in the last game. Once he got the steal, Randall pretty much was backing out Brunson at the top of the key, but wasn't looking on the weak side and got the ball stolen. So we'll see. Dadier knocked down 2 free throws. Dadier right now come to play. Why? Because his Knick tenure is on the line right now. So Dadier is letting people know, please keep me on the Knicks, or potentially showcasing his ability to get traded. And he is balling right now with 8 points, 2 for 3 from the field. As it's 53-45 currently. Let's see. As Dadier did not see you got to watch the basketball. On the out of bounds play, he literally has his back turned as the ball went over his head, Dadier. As Knicks almost turned the ball over, and they do, where that was a horrible dribble handoff, as even Mikal looks perplexed, like what's going on with the offense. And you could tell Mikal is rooting for Dadier. He talked about, the rookies, having his rookies there and teaching them and being with them as the Knicks force a turnover. Good hands. As we get Malcolm Brogdon and Yabusele coming back in the game. Okay, so if you look at the substitution situation, it feels like the guys are like coming in and out. Pause. But the rotations are There's not a long stretch. Like these guys that get 5 minutes come out, 3 minutes come out. Can you get a rhythm like that? I don't know. It's preseason, but Yabusele pulls up for the three, too strong. Rebound by Washington. As Deuce is playing up early, they run a pick and roll. Dishes out to Champagne. Champagne gets the three up, no good. Rebound by Bagley, but he stepped out of bounds. But another offensive rebound for Bagley. Like, that's going to be an issue for the Knicks, especially when Yabusele is at the 5. Can the Knicks get rebounds with Yabo playing the small? It's another reason why Tibbs never utilized a small ball was for the rebounding. He thought rebounding was important, which it is. Knicks are getting out rebound 21-9. As Yabusele thought about pump faking it, didn't tell Brogdon to cut and then turn the ball over. Ladies and gents, read and react offense. It's going to take time for us to get there. I truly believe. I truly believe. And they said that their offense has came along. It's not showcasing. This last few games has been questionable, but I think we'll pick it up. We got no other choice. As it looks like Bud is dribbling the rock. Knicks trying to trap. They collapse on the penetration, which leave players wide open for three. But another foul is called as an and one called on Yabusele. Let's go. Some of these guys would only get 2 to 3 minutes at a time anyway. So true. That is true. Look at Brogdon with a weak swipe. Yabusele, if he's one of the guys that's coming off the bench, and you're getting this extended minutes now, I would be aggressive. We really haven't seen a standout game for him, and I want to make my case for my minutes if I'm these guys. I would. As Brogdon with the dribble handoff, catches at the top of the key, back over to Deuce. Deuce to Clarkson. It looked like we got nothing but everybody at the top of the key, the 3-point line technically, but no penetration or ball movement in the paint. As Yabusele attacks, blocked by Bagley the third. Yeah, it looks like our offense is really catered to threes and just dribble handoffs at the top of the key. Dribble handoffs. Like how we're getting anything. J-Dub, what's going on? Yabusele is not impressing me. This is this is what I've been talking about. I feel the same way. I'm hopefully gradually he can get it going. He's good at spacing, but this man is like 2 for 9 from 3 the entire preseason. In transition, I like his game in transition with him able to. I think he was like 95 percentile rate of scoring in fast breaks, so that's good. But ultimately, this was under Philly. You know, with this offense, with this scheme, what can you do for us? You know, as Washington knocks down a free throw. Knicks are down by 15, 60-45 right now as Knicks try to get it going. Dadier with the ball. Yabusele comes up, catches it at the top. Another dribble handoff. Malcolm Brogdon for the long three. Rebound by Dadier. We like it. Passes it off. Like you said, we have the spacing as Deuce knocks down. No good. Misses the three-pointer. But I still feel like we should at least implement to some plays. As a catch and shoot situation, to knock it down for Bud. Bud right now is giving the Knicks fits. As he has 10 points, 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. So he's knocking down everything. Bud Carrington. As the Knicks pass it off, Dadier for the three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Clarkson. Clarkson with the hook shot, and it is good. 47-63. As Champagne gets into the paint on Deuce. Once again, Champagne, he's what, 6'5", 6'6" at least? Just backing down Deuce McBride. Do you feel that Brogdon has slowed down? JW. I was saying Brogdon was moving like an old man. Those knees are done with. A couple of times he got into the paint, he looked like he had no lift on the layups. The one time he did make that left hand layup, you can see he has to force himself to get up there. So I don't know if he's preserving his body or he's not taking it serious because it's a preseason game and maybe he shored up a position. But then ultimately for us, you need to showcase, right? So you need to play. He gets into the paint, still a big body at 6'4" at the guard spot, but it looks like he's his step slowed down at least 3 steps. J Dub. So, but ultimately, floor general, he was talking to the players at the dead ball, so that's something that you need a lot as a veteran presence. We don't know if Brunson is a verbal leader. We don't know if Cat's a verbal leader. So who on that team for us, veteran wise, in that locker room could be that verbal leader? But then I would rather keep Matthews. Matthews has been shooting lights out. I would keep Matthews over Brogdon currently. If I'm the Knicks, I will Shaman and Matthews. Exact. That's what I was saying. That's. But the thing is, obviously Deuce would still be the backup point guard, so he would do the backup point guard duties. Jordan Clarkson will have the ball in his hands to do that. Who's our true point guard though, J Dub? You see in this game that we watching now, Deuce turned the ball over numerous times when he was dribbling the ball. All right, who's going to be our ball handler? Who could, besides Deuce, who we need someone at the point guard spot that got size that can play defense. And you could put Shamit at that spot because we seen Shamit guard someone that played the 1, the 2, and the 3. So I don't know. Yeah, I might still be leaning on Shamit. You got a valid point. Shamit and Matthews. Matthews been shooting lights out, and Matthews is 6'6", who's been playing okay defense. Matthews is like a discount double check for us. Who's discount double check? I keep forgetting his name. But yeah, I would keep Matthews. I would keep Matthews. As they are talking about Knicks assistant Brandon O'Connor, and the Knicks keep adding players. I saw they added a shooting coach that was currently fired. I forgot who he got fired with, and they brought him on. Novak. Thank you, Jeff. Yes, I don't know how I keep forgetting some of these prominent Knicks players that made an everlasting memory for me. Steve Novak. Forgive me, Steve, for not remembering your name. But yes, that's who Matthews is for us. Just primary come in and space the floor and knock it down for us. Let's see. It says Matthews and Sherman shooting is necessary. This is why we need to watch out for cuts this week to see if a point guards get free. It's true. It's true. Point guard on the market, but I mean, what do you think about Russ at this moment? I'm like, who would you bring in? But cuts will definitely happen. For me, just bring in Landry. You bring in Landry and you keep that 15 spot open and free until as Washington runs another set pick and roll and gets into the paint. Knicks, man, we got to play better D. Knicks with a dribble handoff at the top of the key. You got Yabusele, Deuce, Clarkson, Brogdon, and Dadier currently in. Deuce and Yabusele in a two-man action. I like the dish off and one. Good patience by Deuce McBride to pass that ball in currently, as it is 68-49. Knicks definitely do got a lot of chopping away to do to currently get back into this game. It is currently looking crazy. Yabusele with 8 points, 3 for 5, 1 for 2. But this is Yabo primary playing the five, as he knocks down the free throw. Now, would Yabusele play the five a lot this year? I don't know how that's going to happen. He's probably slated to play the four for us a lot more, as we seen when the starters was there. He came on the four. As great move, great set, offensive set by Washington, as it was an easy backdoor open, as Knicks is just getting beat on defense. As Knicks are in their set, similar set, the big man at the top of the key. Why don't we switch it up and switch position, as Deuce is wide open for three, no good, in and out. Instead of using a big, why don't we use a guard now in that spot? As good Lord, as Wizards just come in 73-50, and it's not even halftime yet. Dude, Lord, Dadier gets it to the paint. We like the dribble, but it's blocked. It's blocked. Also here that Lakers are ready to give up on Dalton Connect. Not Connect, full. I would give Kolek in a second rounder. Yeah, but then you're bringing in J-Dub. You're bringing in more money for us, J-Dub. If their numbers make sense, I got to see how much at halftime. I'm going to see how much Dalton Connect make. Dalton Connect is solid. And I believe Connect is like, what, 6'6", 6'4", like from the 6'4", 6'6" range. We could put the ball on the floor. Great jump shot. But if the Lakers are ready to part ways with him, I don't know if the Knicks are ready to take on that player. It looks like they're looking for veteran presence right now. Veteran presence, someone that can kind of get them over the hump if their numbers is called. Dalton Connect wants to be in the league, and he wants to make money and develop his game. Being with the Knicks, I doubt he'll get some burn. I gotta see it. I gotta see his height. He's 6'6". Oh, okay, yeah. You know, you always use the 6'6" shooter. But the money needs to make sense for us right now, so we won't go over that second apron. So we'll see. As a turnover, come on, Knicks, turn the ball over. Vet do cost money, yes, but Vet. Wait, did Jordan Clarkson just turn the ball over just now on a pump? Yes, he did. Vets do cost money. But yeah, money we don't have. This is true. Which is why a trade might be imminent. We might have to move off on that Dadier. Like Dadier's like 2 point. I forgot he is like 2.2, 2.3 million. Which you can utilize too. As Bagley gets into the paint real easy. It is 73-52. Knicks are just surrendering right now on both ends of the court, as we barely get points in and we barely defend. So I know everybody that's at the Garden right now is definitely looking crazy, as Champagne blocks Jordan Clarkson. Yabusele takes the long three-pointer, no good. As it is halftime. Good Lord. 75-52 at half. Yeah, we're looking shaky right now. We are looking shaky. I want to pull up Hoops Hypes real quick. Let's look at Dalton Connect. Let's see what Dalton Connect got real quick on his salary. Let's go to teams. Hoops Hypes is my go-to for salary talk. So Dalton Connects. Oh, J-Dub. Look how much money Dalton Connect make and how many years he's under contract. This man is he's owed $4 million this year, 4.2 next year. 6 million, then 9. I would trade Kolek and Dadier. They also not looking promising at all. Dadier, I would keep Dadier. The reason why I say keep Dadier, you 6'8" forwards that can shoot and put the ball on the floor. It's far, like that just drops into your lap on a non-pricey contract, and that's someone that you can mold. This guy is what, 19? That's a player that you keep and mold and build up, right? You can't. And our bench does not look good starting. Yeah, no, our bench 50 something points from our team, and this is supposed to lead us in bench scoring, this year. So it's very tough with that. But yeah, that's a lot of money. Now the money will make sense if you're trading Dalton Connect for those two guys, but ultimately you're still shrinking our roster, but still the same amount of money. So I don't think Knicks can kind of make that deal. Jeff, appreciate you. I thank you, my brother, for stopping by. Oh no, J Dub, I agree with you 100%. You 100%. Dalton is a better prospect, but the money. That's the issue with us, is that money. Like, I'm gonna pull back. Knicks right now, currently, it's the number 2 team in salary, most salary in the league. Number 2 at 223. Now, granted, it's obviously with all the two ways and all of the non-guarantees. So once you get, you start cutting that down, you can. Look, Malcolm Brogdon, 3 million, Landry Shaman, 3 million. Now, I don't think this is legit. I don't think that's legit, because I think the non-guarantee was like 4, the veteran minimum, which is around 3. So they just put this in there just to. So I gotta see. But Dadier is 2.8. So Dadier is at 2.8 and Kolek is at 2.1. Somebody's gone. Yeah, no, the numbers, I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers make sense. Numbers do make sense. But what the Lakers want? Well, yeah, Lakers couldn't go for a solid point guard and another 6'8" space shooter. Lakers love the wings. I don't know, dude. You're selling me on it. It's sounding good, but for some reason, I don't know if I could part with Dadier. That's like parting with Grimes, even though Grimes is a way better prospect. It's our kids, it's our development. This is why we went out and he's doing somewhat good right now. Let's look at Dadier numbers. He 2 for 4 from 3. We would take the 50%. 8 points, 2 for 5. I just think it's a confidence thing. You're going for you barely playing to now you're getting minutes. I think it's a confidence thing for Dadier. Even coach said it himself. He needs to learn how to utilize his body. He's a European player. He grew up in France, so he's accustomed to that European style. He gotta, and I know you're saying, well, how long is it going to take for a player to get accustomed over here? He was with us last year. Remember, it took Deuce how many years? 3 years for him to break out, to have the shooting numbers that he did. Because I was high on Deuce. I was with Deuce when he was down in the G League, averaging 30 and 10. But then when he played in the NBA, those 3-point shootings wasn't translating. So I just think it's confidence with Dadier. I just think it's the opportunity for Dadier. Like, he's getting the opportunity now. He knows that he's going to get more minutes. He's translating 3 rebounds, 8 points, 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 4 for 3. It's something. It says Dadier is going to make percent millions next year, team option. New York not picking that up. Well, let's see. Let me see. Dadier. Yeah, Dadier's on a team option this next few years. Well, only because I think it goes up. Only because it goes up. You're looking here. Pacome Dadier is 2.9 next year, then 5.3, then 5.6. He's not going to get past the 5.3 with the Knicks. If he's not going to get moved this year, then obviously it's next year. I agree with you on that. But you're saying get rid of him and Kolick and bring in Dalton Connect and run it with Connect. Well, what about next year's draft pick? That's going to be money. Or if the Knicks potentially try to make a trade for Giannis, you could possibly do that trade and then trade Dalton and send him out there. But I don't know. Didn't Dalton Connect get into a situation with Draymond Green and he said, "You can't talk to me. You the person that got traded and then they traded you back." So that's true. But we could see about Dalton Connect. I think he's a solid player. But I think the Knicks invested so much into developing their current young players that let's just see where it transpires for this season. And then next year, let's make those moves. Utilize that money to go and get somebody else. But we'll see. $5 million. Yeah, in a couple years, he's definitely gonna be making $5 million. Or maybe not, because I think once you can not pick up the option and then that's it. So I don't know if they're gonna trade him or how they're gonna utilize him. But Knicks are currently down 75-52. As Washington literally is just destroying us. 36 in the first quarter, 39. So 3 points more in the second quarter. So Knicks cannot stop the defense, which is killing us. Drake teased them about being traded, then rejected, and traded back. Exactly, J-Dub. So we got to see about that. Yabusele currently with 8 points, 3 for 6. He's 50% from the field, 1 for 3 from three-pointer. Deuce is having a shaky game. Deuce is 0 for 4 from 3, 1 for 5. And I thought Deuce would actually have a solid game coming in there since Deuce felt like he gravitated more to the offense when his first couple games down in the Philly. So Deuce is coming out 1 for 5, 0 for 4, 1 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 fouls, and 2 points. Jordan Clarkson is finally getting out of his funk. He is 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. So at least he's shooting 50% from 3. We'll take that with 10 points. Dadier with 8, Malcolm Brogdon with 4, but has 3 assists. So Malcolm Brogdon, he can definitely run the offense for us. Tone, what it do, Tone? What's going on, my guy? Tone, we're getting smacked. 75-52. Granted, it's the bench. It is the bench, and then of course the offense. The offense coach saying that they haven't implemented any sets yet. This is just read and react offense with the concept that we got. So that's a tough scheme to try to master. I'm gonna just say that if you can master it, you're gonna be, phenomenal. But for us to learn it in this short time period and to grasp this concept, and we're looking poorly at that, we'll see what the offense looks like. Since we have young players in the G League, better prospect like Dink Pate, that's true. Yep. Bryson Warren, both 19 and 20 years, and I think that's why we went and. So you still want to get rid of Dadier and Kolick. I think both might be gone when you think about it, and you were definitely reminding me of the Dink Pate situation. Yeah, I believe he's going to be on the Westchester, so we can possibly bring him up every now and then. He said, Deuce scares me. He's up and down. Well, last year was an up and down year for Deuce due to the injury. So hopefully he can have a consistent year like he did prior before that. Deuce also is known to disappear in the playoffs. Well, because Tibbs got that man playing defense, full court defense. By the time he get the ball, them legs is gone. But he also was injured last year. Let's give him some. See PD bring the ball up like 5 times. I like that. No, definitely. He says, granted, if he remains on the team. Yeah, that's true. At least he's showcased. No, definitely. He's Dadier is doing his thing, and I think ultimately that's That's why he's out there. 2 for 5 from the field, 8 points, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line, 50%. They're 100% showcasing Dadier. I would like to keep Dadier, but I know that the numbers and trying to keep the veterans, like, keep Dadier. Brogdon right now is looking shaky. Brogdon is like me and J Dub was talking about, like, his steps are not there. It could be two things. Either he's saving all of that and trying not to get hurt and be ready for the regular season as someone guaranteed that he's making the team, or he doesn't have it for him to give you that burst constantly. As he's definitely moving like an old man. I'll tell you that. But yeah, Pacone Dade brought the ball up. And this offense, multiple people should be bringing the ball up. And even when we had our starters, we saw OG running in transition, bringing the ball up. You seen Muhammad bringing the ball up. Cat brought the ball up one time. So I'm like, yes, like, let's switch it up. But then when you are out of sync and out of rhythm like that, like with Cat bringing the ball up, do everybody know where to be at on the floor in this offense? Because like you said, it's read and react. Where do they need to be at? Yes, so Shamet is out. So Shamet looks like he's getting guaranteed making a team. Because if you got, he's out with the starting five and Shamet is out, you like, okay, he's making the team. He's making the team. It's no doubt in my mind that Shaman is not making a team, which makes it look like Brogdon or Pacome Dadier. Who do we really want? And like I said, I stated I like Matthews as well. Matthews been coming in. That's baby Novak for us. This man has been, I think what they said his last few years, the career high with over 45 from 3-point line. Like, you need something like that. You need something like that. It says Annie's 28. Yeah. Well, I mean, age for us on the bench is not bad for me. I think Yabusele's over 28. So as long as they could be productive in a short period of time, I'm totally fine. My starters now, yes, I want my key pivotal players to be young. But I'm okay with the guys being 28 or above. Look, even Brogdon is what, 20? No, Brogdon's like 32. He's moving like me out there. I know I lost a step. So we'll see. But it's definitely gonna be a challenging year for us. To understand the offensive sets, to understand where to be at defensively. It's going to be a challenge. And I'm seeing how these other teams are being great in their sets, in their situations. Matthews' career 44. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Like, the league average on 3-pointers are like 34 to 36. Like, to be in the elite 40%, that's elite company. Where you shoot 40. Shooting 50, 40, 90 is elite. So you shoot 40% from 3. That's great. So just imagine his catch and shoot situations. You could plug and play him in situational plays, and I can see Matthews coming in and being dominant for us, similar to Novak. And he plays defense. As the Knicks start this atrocious third quarter. But hopefully we see something different and better for the Knicks. As Deuce is pressing, so we're hopefully we start to play better defense. As Washington brings it up to Bagley down screen to an alley-oop play. Wow. That's a drawn set that they got into pretty clean as a foul by Malcolm Brogdon. 75 to 52. Bagley goes to the line. Matthews 6'7". Let me look at Matthews real quick. Let me pull up Matthews stuff. If Matthew's 6'7", that'll be phenomenal. Hold on. As he still knocked down a free throw. Let me see. Pull up this Knick roster real quick. Do they got Garrison Matthews? Yep. So what they got him listed as? I gotta see this first. He is listed as 6'6" on a ESPN website, but you know could be 6'7" on a good day, on a good sneaker day. We'll take it. As Washington knocks down a 3-pointer, it is 80-52. As Knicks still come up sloppy as they do. They dribble handoff. Okay, so they don't utilize the big option at the top of the key now. Straight guard action. Yabusele at the top of the key now. They get it to their sets. He goes around it. So, yep, Washington is switching everything. So by them switching, they are stopping the Knicks as Deuce gets up to 3. No good. Yeah, no, our offense looks very stagnant. Oh, yeah. We'll take it. Yep, 6'7". Like I said, we'll take the 6'7" with the sneakers. So he could possibly be the, a spot up small forward for us. Because if OG goes down, and we're not necessarily OG down, but we need another forward due to Hart being out. As Washington shakes and bakes, get into the paint, we are down. Yeah, we're getting blown out, definitely. They said they're sick. I thought he was resting the starters and wanted to give them. Oh, okay, so Hakaporti is sick. Oh. And so Hakaporti and Shamit is sick. Okay, well that would make sense. Because I would wonder, like, Hakaporti would be getting minutes right now. Because he rarely got any rotation a few games. So that makes sense. I just thought that those guys were doing 2-a-days and they needed some rest. Okay, as Bagley is getting into his bags right now. Knicks are down by 22, 84-52. Yeah, these are the games that hurt when we are live and you're trying to keep things going. But it's just like this atrocious offensive defense really just kind of takes the energy out. But we're going to fight through here on Delusional Knicks Fan Network as Washington are just shredding the Knicks on defense. And coach is looking calm. I don't know if I like this calm demeanor. This is where I miss Tibbs at, yelling at people and getting angry after like two bad calls or 2 bad possession. Tibbs is calling a foul and yelling. Let's see Diawara, enough for Yakapelli. Let's do it. Young boys in Washington looking good. They do look good. So Marvin Bagley, we always know he could ball. When he came out of Kentucky, right? So he's been 6'11", but he's been shopped around the league for a while with multiple teams. I believe he was with Sacramento for a while too. But he has game. 14 points right now, 14-9, 100% from the field. Then again, everyone else on the Knicks is below 6'8", and Bagley, I believe, is legit 6'10", so the size can help out. But him, Champagne, who was with the Spurs, I remember him playing on the Spurs roster last year. But this dude, Riley, who is this guy, Riley? He's 100% from the field, 4 for 4 with 10 points. So Washington definitely got a nice little bench lineup. I wonder who's it going to keep for a 2-way. I wonder. Mike Brown is seeing what works and who works for this system. Yeah, but we're talking about guys that are currently on the roster, and they looking bad. You would think a game like this, Jordan Clarkson would have had 15 at the half. You'd think a game like this, Deuce could have had, 18 at the half with taking the league. Dottie. One thing I like, though, is that the shots are evenly spread. If you look, Yabusele got 6 attempts. Deuce with 6 attempts, Clarkson with 8, Brogdon with 7, Dottie with 5. So that's an offense that we're trying to implement. The ball movement, the everybody spreading, everyone can attack when they need to. That's good. But then when it's crunch time and you're down by 24, you need your star players to step up and get you buckets, and your defensive players to step up and make stops. So yeah, our defense is trash. This is why we need size. True, Clarkson and Deuce should be killing. Yeah, J-Dub, 100%. 100%. Especially against this Washington bench. That's the challenge aspect. Oh, and they got Sharif Cooper. I used to love Sharif Cooper. I actually wanted Sharif to be on the Knicks before we got JB, even though Sharif is only 6 feet. But he's a legit point guard. That man was legit a great point guard. But he's like 5'10", 5'11". Just look at him compared to Deuce right now. As Jordan Clarkson is trying to take matters into his own hand. And it's foul. Tone, great point. Great point. If that pick is out of the top 8, I believe, then it conveys into a first round, and then the Knicks get that pick. But we're going to trade that pick as Jordan Clarkson get the 3-point up and it's fouled. Knicks are definitely going to trade that. Well, because Yabusele is like 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. And he knows that his jump shot is shaky at the Garden. But yeah, he should be knocking down as Jordan Clarkson is fouled on a 2-point attempt. We need a little motivation. We might make a second half run. Knicks we're infamous for making these late pushes. So hopefully we can. Jordan Clarkson at the line. Jordan Clarkson last year had 16 points, 41 from the field goal. But I think his 3-point attempts were like in the 30s, like 32 or 33. So hopefully that can change. Let's get some defense going. As Brogdon is pressing right now. Okay, Brogdon with a little bit more effort in the knees as he gets around the screen. Switches up to Dottie. Guards the step back 3. Good defense by the Knicks. Rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon has been rebounding the ball too. Solid for a guard. He draws the foul. Brogdon he reminded me of Jason Kidd when J Kidd came to the Knicks in his latter years. And I think he wore the number 5 too. Look at this crafty play though. As he draws the foul. He just runs into him, draws the foul. That's a veteran move. That is a veteran move. A guy who don't have it. He said, no, I feel that we might keep that first round pick depending on who it is. You think so? But that'll be, if it falls out the top 8, and let's say if it's a 9, that's a high draft pick. So money again. We would have to clear up some spots. That player can easily make $5 or $6 million easily, which is why I think they will move. But let's see, J-Dub. Let's see. We'll be way over way over the cap, and we would need cheap young talent to fill that roster. True. But I wonder if we're over the apron and you got a high draft pick, how does that work? How you're able to add that money into your cap? I gotta see. Because I look at Boston, I feel like Boston has been way over the cap, yet they still trying to add players. So we gotta see. Let's get some defense going on. As Bagley gets into the paint, he is fouled. 86 to 54. So we are way behind. Yeah, that's why we're bringing in the developmental coaches. Let's see. And we brought in a lot of developmental coaches. A lot. I think this is the most individuals we have on a coaching staff in years. So kudos to James Dolan opening up that checkbook, even though we got Coach Tibbs on the bench. at the house actually making 10 mil for the next 2 years. So for us to bring in these development players and like top medical team at that too. So Knicks is we're definitely spending that money as Bagley knocks down the jump shots. Currently 87 to 54 as Deuce dribble handoff. Deuce goes against it. Mid-range floater. It is good. It's so crazy. So we have our guys spaced out, yet Deuce need to be more aggressive once he's attacked. As Yabusele grabs the rebound. Yabusele in the fast break. This is what I like. Dish it out. Passes up. Dadier misses the three. But I like how Yabusele brought that ball up. Defense wasn't set. We were able to attack. And Deuce misses another three. Yeah, Deuce does not have it today at all. Knicks are defending. Champagne jumps into a three. No good. Rebound by Dadier. We like it. Push the ball. Push it. Dadier, you got to attack now. So I don't think we're moving as fast as coach wants them to. Who's gonna bring life for us, right? Bring in Muhammad Diawara, bring in Diawara. Bring in was it Jameson? Jameson was playing pretty good when he was grabbing boards and hook shotting. Alex Lynn, bring in Alex Lynn. We need some type of size at the 5. But this dude that Washington just brought in, Vucevic, this man is good. He got a nice little soft touch. I wonder if he's going to make the team. As Deuce, they run a pick and roll. Deuce gets into the paint. No good. I see Sharif. Sharif is too small. Too small coming in. And getting attacked by Deuce. So kudos for Deuce to taking advantage of the smaller guard. Yeah, I used to want Sharif Cooper on the Knicks. And what school did he go to? I don't think it was Ohio State. I forgot what college Sharif went to. He has to knock down those threes. He definitely Tosan. Yes, Tosan should come in. He's on our 2-way, so bring him in. Let's do another 3, too strong. It's another rebound by Champagne. Auburn. Yes, that's where he went to. J-Dub, you the man tonight. You are holding me down, J-Dub. As Dadier gets around the screen, passes it. Look, we slagged too much on that 3-pointer, but that's how the defense is set. Dadier just gets beat on an offensive end, not boxing out. You got to understand, these guys, they trying to make a team here. They're trying to get there, so you got to play with aggression. I think that's ultimately what's going on. My Knicks don't have that urgency. Guys on the court seem like they're already on the team. We're down by 30 right now. As he misses the free throw. This is Jamal Watkins. Number 5, Washington. Let's see, Watkins at the free throw line. Does he make the second one? All right, we got to spark some energy. Dadier brings the ball up, dribble handoff to Matthews. Matthews back to Deuce. Like I said, it's the same set, ladies and gents. So you don't think they know how to counter? As Jordan Clarkson just doesn't has his body set and get that shot up. I know Leon Rose is not he's not liking this set right now, as the Knicks cannot stop this pick and roll and ball movement at all. I want to say this is okay, Clarkson, Yabusele almost dribble penetrates but brings it back out. Clarkson gets it, pass it over to Yabusele for 3. No good. Rebound by Yabusele. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson gets into the paint, dishes it off to Matthews, misses it, but rebound by Dadier. Clarkson mid-range jump shot, no good. Knicks cannot get a break as we missed on 5 opportunities to make a basket. Could not get it done. But let's see if we can get a stop. As Washington runs a pick and roll, Dadier defends. Matthews sags off. We get a rebound. Now, it looks like we're gonna give off a lot of 3-pointers by the way we sag. Yabusele pulls up for the 3.
3-point goal.
Knocks it down, which still brings the league up to 30. But coach is talking to Yabo. Listen to me. Put him in position. Get him in position. Get him in position. Talk to him, coach. I like that. Talk to him. Talk to him. Look, Knicks only scored 8 points in the third quarter, but we're holding Washington to 15 with 5 minutes left to go. So at least at this pace, I don't think they're going to score 30. But the way they're getting up their 3-pointers is possible. You know, don't have them score 30. Let us score 30. Bring these numbers down. We gotta chop at this league bit by bit by bit. But coach is too calm for me right now. This is a situation where I will be a little frustrated, and I will show my guys that and say, hey, I know we're capable of playing better. Show that. I'm giving you an opportunity to make the team. Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. Let me look at some box scores right now. Do I need the full box scores? So let me pull up NBA.com. Pull up these box scores. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Go to box scores. Pull up the box scores really quickly. Let's look at the full thread. Garrison Matthews right now, 1 for 5 from 3. And we were just giving you high praises of being the Steve Novak for us right now. Garrison. But 14 minutes, 1 for 5. Tyler Kolek had 8 minutes. Even though he got to the line 5 times and was 5 for 5, he's still 0 for 2 for 3, 1 for 4 from the field goal. So we might need to trade the players we have looking crazy. Yeah, no, just J-Dub, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Even Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson is 36 from the field goal, 40 from 3, so we keep that. And I'm like, we were just talking good about him. And granted, we can't let one game dictate how we operate, to be honest with you. And I don't want that to be the case. But Kevin McCullough, we see Kevin had it going. You know, he was 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. You know, bring him in the game. But I know that he's probably already on a 2-way deal. So maybe they want to get guys more minutes to figure out, you know, I don't know, coach. I'm trying to save coach. I'm trying to save these guys, but I don't know. It's looking shaky. He definitely is. But then, like, give Alex Lynn some burn. You know, Muhammad Diawara. We didn't fully sign him to the roster spot, right? To the rookie contract. So he should be getting some minutes. As the Knicks are back. We are back. As Washington gets into the paint with ease, 94-60. As what they say in NBA 2K, not even NBA 2K, was it NBA Streets? This is a blowout. As look, the Knicks are very spaced. As Yabusele shoots another 3-pointer, no good off the rim. Telling you, all we do is generate threes in this offense. We need to find something better. As Sharif gets into the paint, layup is no good, but an offensive rebound, like you said, we're going with too many guards and one forward. We literally have multiple guards and a forward on the floor, and we are undersized, and it is showing. As Gershon Yabusele try to hit Matthews on a back cut, and it is kickball. Diawara's on a camp deal, exactly, exhibition 10. So what are they going to do with that? Are they going to, utilize him? Did we utilize all our two-way? Because I know we have 3 two-way positions. I know one went to McCullough. Another one went to Tosan, I believe. So I don't know. Did we use the next one on Dink Paint? Or this is going towards Diawara. I gotta take a look at that. But Knicks at the top of the key, give it to Jameson. Jameson is back tipped, and it's a turnover. As the Knicks are turning the ball over. We can't defensive or offensive rebound. Our offensive set's looking shaky. Ladies and gents, this is something to be worried about, or like you said, this is just the bench coming in. Because we were looking like this with the starters. As Matthews gets into the paint, layup is no good, as that should have been called for a foul. As Matthews is fouled, two ways are Trey. Oh, they gave Jameson a two-way? Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, he remind me of a little Jericho Sims, big body pulls. That's athletics, got a athletic big. Got a couple of hook shots, so I like that. Okay, I can see Jameson helping out and giving us some minutes as a backup 5 if anything goes through. As the free throw is missed. 94-60 right now. As Yabusele's on the bench, looking like coach told him, you out of position, we're going to sit you down. I ain't mad. As Washington is pressing now, Kolek is bringing the ball up. Kolek, this your time to shine, Kolek. You on advertisement as well. We're trying to find a location for you, as he can't get past his defender. Passing it down. Great pass by McCullough. See, this is what I said, McCullough. McCullough got the vision. He can play D. He can shoot occasionally, but I think he's a streaky shooter. As Washington gets into the paint, oh, we got a player down, and it looked like it is Kevin McCullough down as he grabbed his knee. I wonder if they bumped knees. Okay, yeah, he definitely bumped knees. Yeah. Yabo's hitting that bench. This is definitely Kolek time. So now, you see the difference of what they're doing in a set now. Before, they used to have the big at the top of the three-point line. Now you can see he's at the free throw line doing the sets. Now, they're at least close into the paint, so that might be something different that we see with this offense in the second half, instead of being so far out. As I believe Diawara might be coming to check in, so this is good. Because I want to see him get some burn too. This is supposed to be our 6'9" Siakam prospect. I want to see it, but who's coming out? Are they taking Kevin McCullough out? Yeah, they taking Kev out. Yeah. Pardon me. As Jameson back into the line. Jameson got the strong free throw shot. Ugh. I didn't know he shoot like that. All right, let's get some defense going. As Kolek is trapping at the top of the key. They get you around and set the dribble handoff, sagging off. And they call an offensive foul. Yes, look at McCullough over there. He is going through it. Look, there's one thing you don't play about is your knees, ladies and gents. With a guy that had a meniscus surgery on my right knee and an ACL on the left, all from playing basketball. You got to take it easy on them knees. This Kolek gets into the paint. Dribble passed over to Matthews. Matthews to DOR for 3. Come fresh in the game. This is what we need, DOR. Let's play defense now. We got some height. Let's go. Almost turned the ball over. Gets into the paint. Jameson going vertical. Offensive rebound. It is good by Vukovic. That guy is solid right now. 6 for 8. 3 from 4 from 3. As Matthews stop and pop. And it is foul. He is foul. But yes, this guy, Vucevic, 15 points off the bench, 3 from 4 for 3. I am liking this dude with Washington. I'm gonna have to keep my ears to the ground with him to see what they do. I gotta see if this guy's remotely about 6'10". He could be useful. As Diawara comes in, knock down the 3. Now, if they bring Diawara on as that 15th man, we can utilize him as well. Someone that got length. I believe he's about 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. Could put the ball on the floor. Not to say that he's, he got handle in a sense, but in a fast break, you want to push the ball. He can push it. His vision is there with him making certain passes. By him playing overseas. I think overseas basketball, the fundamental aspect of ball movement and just basketball in general, sometimes are better than the States. But we just have more flair, more creativity, and more individual game that usually sets it apart. But we are still there, still trying to maintain 66 to 100. I doubt my Knicks will make it back, but we still got a full quarter left. So we'll see if Washington goes deep into their bench and my Knicks kind of keep it and stay on par. Hopefully we can have a 40-point quarter outburst. I'm not only am I delusional, but I'm optimistic as well. He's 22 years old and he's 7 foot. Oh yeah, he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere. This guy, it's solid. This guy is solid. If they are smart, they will put him on a 2-way. You put this guy on a 2-way. Let him go play with your development league team. As we currently on a review. I don't know why we're reviewing. This Knicks are getting a blowout. In a blowout, we should not be able to review what is at hand. Just give the ball to the to whoever you think it is. We're already down. Wait, the previous play is under review for a coach's challenge? What are they challenging? What exactly? The same thing Alahine is talking about. What are we doing? Knicks are getting blown out. As Rick Brunson is talking to Matthews. They got 15 players, 3 2-way. He might be odd man out. Ah, man. So he's definitely advertising himself. Knicks, you see this. Scoop him up. Get him to that G League. Westchester Knicks, he's right there. Get him there. Because that's the thing. With your G League team, you should be able to have a certain amount of people on a roster. Obviously, you got to pay them. But bring them. I would bring them. And they said they already got already have 15 players and 3 2-way. All right. Well, it looks like Garrison Matthews is going to the free throw line on the challenge. Wait, so Washington is the one that challenged the play. Forgive me if I wasn't paying attention to that. Come on, Washington. Okay. It took the coaches are in preseason themselves. They're trying to figure things out. As we thought it was a coach's challenge, but it wasn't. But they still was the fragrant one call on the leg on the 3-point attempt. So We'll see. 166 with Matthews going to the line. Can Matthews play himself back? They would definitely add players to the G League. Yeah, because I'm not for sure who's on their squad now. I know a couple of guys I seen on the Knicks PR team. They added a couple players that they're assigned or gotten the rights to. So maybe that's something that they can work. You know, a 7-footer that could put, that can shoot the ball. This man is 3 from 5, 6 for 9 from field. You need that. I mean, even though for us we got Cat that can space the floor, they got Yabusele, but additional 7-footer who look like he can move as well. Oh, great defense by Washington as Kohler gets into the paint and got his shot blocked. My Knicks are just too small right now. With 1:46 left in the third quarter, Knicks are trapping. They got Tosan up there. Tosan rocking the old number 20 jersey as he tried to get over the screen. Dishes it out. As Vucevic finally misses a shot. This man has been on fire. 169 Knicks are down. Let's see. Tyler Kohler bringing the ball up. Solid screen by Jamison. Kohler gets into the paint. Bump fades. Hit the mid-range. It's great pace on that. We should have done that from before, but let's get some defense going. As they run in their sets, get around that screen. That's a great pick. Gets it to the paint. As Jamison has been effective going vertical. We got that size in that paint that Yabusele was not providing earlier. So let's go Knicks. Kohler gets into the paint again. The floater back to back. Let's go Kohler. Let's see. Dink Payne and Barrett Warren is there 2 young stars in the G League. Dink Payne is 6'8". I know that. Warren is 6'3". I didn't know about him. I got to do my research on Warren. As another miss, the Knicks can possibly go on a run to get it down to 25. They get a pick and roll. Kohler runs again. Midi by Kohler. Let's go. It is the Kohler show. It is the Kohler show. Let's get some defense going. I got 23 seconds left. Let's close out this first quarter. Tyler Kohler 3 buckets in a row. He is up top pressing midway. Let's see. Go against the screen. Kohler is staying with it. Dribble handle for 3. No good. Do we get the rebound? No good. Offensive rebound by. That's Kohler goes for the long range. Now we know long range shots don't go this year. But Jamison, vertical threat by Jamison, big body going straight up. Look, Kohler, no. He's like, I gotta get the show rolling. And these are spots that Jalen Brunson can get his off when we're running this offense, right? You can see that mid-range, and for him to get in the paint, it's there. Once we run those high pick and rolls, and depending on how the defense is set, JB can attack. He can, go into the go top screens. They can run their actions into. So there's ways of operating and killing in this offense, but we just got to find it. This is repetition. So if I'm these guys, I'm working on that offense each day. I don't want no concept runs. Like, get out there, run these live action drills. Like, even bring your G League team in to guard you, because if I know the offense and you got me on defense, I know what spots to defend. Right? I know what spots to defend, because I know what sets you running. So bring the G League team up. Let them guard the Knicks while they're trying to get their sets going, so that you got a team that's not familiar with that, and you can see how they play, and you make counters off of that. But let's go. Down 25. Can we possibly make a run? Can we possibly do something? Knicks, let's make this run. Down 25. Diawara is giving us some type of life right now. Jameson holding us down on defense, because defense was our issue. Defense was 100% our issue. As my game is starting up, let's see. As you know, I'm on my tablet. My tablet is a little bit behind on the game, which is why ESPN is always a little bit quicker scoreboard. I got to find a decent scoreboard that I can put up there where I can just put the points up. But let's get it done. As Washington is pressing right now. Why? Because they feel the momentum shifting as we start the fourth quarter. Deuce at the top of the key. We got Alex Lynn in, so they really brought in some size. As they are running different sets. Is Coach saving some sets for the fourth quarter? Deuce at the top of the key from 3.
3-point goal.
It is a 12-0 run, 78-100. Knicks are trying to make that push. Down 25 before. Knicks are here. As the Knicks are putting the pressure on. Alex Lynn, wide open 3. We are doing it now. Let's go. Toscan pushing it. Diawara down to Alex. Alex is a good post player. Back out. Great ball movement. Deuce again for 3.
3-point goal.
Let's go, Knicks. Knicks are finally got life to them. The ball is moving. They're running in transition. They get in defensive stops. This is what we've been looking for. Deuce played 25 minutes. 8 points is definitely not good for Deuce. It's definitely not good for Deuce. But we're going to take it. We're going to take 11 right now. 4 for 11 is getting him. It's some time for Deuce to get it going. But defense. It starts with defense. We got Matt Ryan in. We got Tosan. We got Diawara and Lynn. We got length in, pause. But Diawara 6'9", Alex Lynn 7 foot. Tosan, I believe he's like 6'7", 6'8". Deuce and Ryan. Ryan, I think, is 6'6". So Deuce, we got some height now. We rolling. We are rolling. Let's go Knicks. Chopping it down. We chopping it down. I'll take it. I'll take it right now. That's good. I would have kept Jameson in, to give him some more burn. He helped us out defensively, so reward him with more minutes. But that's fine. We can let Diawara get some burn too. We can let Diawara get some burn. Let's look at some stats right now. Alex Lynn is a +6 right now. Look, Muhammad Diawara is a +14. Yeah, Diawara 6'9", Alex Lynn 7 feet, Tosan 6'8". Yep. So we were in the vicinity. +14 from Diawara, +15 for Tosan. So these bench the bench guys are getting it rolling for us. Did they take Kolek out? I think he took Kolek out. I don't know if I would have took Kolek out, but we let Deuce stay in for this moment. And Deuce is playing 25 minutes, so Deuce is really getting some burn tonight. Possibly 30 minutes for Deuce. We'll see how long coach is going to push Deuce. But Deuce is getting up 9 3-pointers. Let's look at the 3-pointers. We currently are 30.6% from 3. Knicks 11 for 36. So 36 3-pointers up. And we still got over 11 minutes left. I think we'll see another 10 3-pointers, 10 or 11 3-pointers left in that. So we'll see at 11 for 36. Not the best, but just look at Washington, 13 for 29 for 44%. So let's see. Let's get it back. Let's get it back going. And Sharif Cooper bringing the ball up. We got Deuce. Look at Tosan just guarding harder. Pause. As Alex Lynn hard foul on Bagley. And I like it. Hard foul. Get the hard foul in. Let him know. Even though he got caught lacking, he was watching the top of the key too much. You didn't stay with his players. Yeah, no easy fouls. Yeah, he spent off him too much. He put too much body on him. Once he felt that body, just spent off and got to the paint. Morgan Bagley heading to the line. Knicks down, 19? Let's see if Bagley misses the first free throw. We'll take it. Let's go. Down 20. We've seen the Knicks come down 20 before. We've seen it in the semifinals against Boston. Knicks came back-to-back down 20, even though this is no comparison to that. But I do believe Deuce McBride is bringing the ball up. Let's go, Deuce. Set a hard screen. Doesn't use it. Alex Len passes it off. Tosan almost loses the ball. Let's see if he has any creativity. Alex Len at the top. Let's see what he does. He doesn't use it. Deuce goes across the screen. Got him on his hip. Just throws the ball up. Come on, Deuce. Deuce try to go for the foul. As Cooper throws it up, alley-oop is good. As Knicks are down 23. Jay Jameson, how old is he? He is, I can't see. Let me switch it over. He's 25. Okay, so they definitely got some NBA experience. I know Jameson was with the Lakers last year, before. And Tosan was with the Nets, who was actually getting some burn with Brooklyn. A little bit of burn that he got. As Knicks got the out-of-bounds play. Passes it off to Diawara. Diawara pumps fake back out to Deuce. Deuce utilizing that. Passes it to Matthews. Let's see what Matthews do. He gets into the paint. Actually, that's not even Matthews. That's Matt Ryan as he turns the ball over. As transition defense is no good for the Knicks. Okay. Oh, good give and go. Is he going to throw it down? Left hand layup. Little give and go with Diawara. As you can see, the talent just oozing out with this player. He definitely needs to be comfortable, but just his strides alone, getting up and down the court, was just phenomenal. As the Knicks loses their assignment with Bagley as he gets the tip-in shot. As Bagley with a double-double, 18 and 11 for Bagley. As Deuce passes it up, Tosan with the pump fake for three, gets into the paint, and it's a blocking foul. As I thought Bagley definitely jumped in front of him in time, but to no avail. Let's go. That's how you play. Gets through, left hand layup. We like it. See, look, that's the drills that the Knicks was running in preseason. We seen all those highlight videos we running in transition. So it's for those plays, those quick dribble handoffs. As Tosan misses the free throw. We gotta knock down these free throws. As Diawara is going to the bench right now? Don't tell me that. Yes, he is. Oh, man. Okay, well, I wouldn't want Diawara to sit right now, but let me see. You look at the stats with Diawara. Diawara barely played, only 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't know why coach sat him down. But let's go defense. Oh, nice. Knicks turn the ball over. We got a fast break point. Oh, man. As Tosan turns the ball over as he was falling, as he rarely had numbers, but Washington gets back wide open. 3-point shot, no good. Knicks basketball. As Tyler Kolek coming back in, Deuce is sitting down. Tyler the creator, time to go in. As it's probably the end of the night for Deuce McBride. So Tosan dribble handoff back to McCullen. McCullen back off to Kolek. Kolek gets the screen from Lynn. Lynn's attack looked like the Gotard screens, but no avail. There go Tosan with the deep three from the corner. As Knicks want to run some defense, let's get some defense going, guys. They switch at the top. Let's see. I want to see some more switches. Knicks switched again. for staying with them. Great offense. I'm not going to lie. Defense was good, but better offense. As Kolek gets into the paint, pump fakes. Mid-range jump shot is good from Kolek. As Kolek is looking good. 15 points, 5 assists for Kolek. 5 from 9 from the field. We'll take it. As soon as he gets into the paint, passes it off, but they call an offensive foul. Let's go. Jones is getting to the paint with reckless abandon, as Clyde would say. Knicks, let's go. Let's do something. Dribble handoff for Alex Len and Kolek. Kolek dishes it off. Len with no bounce. Couldn't finish that. As he tried to go for the slam instead of the layup. Dishes off at the three-pointer, which is good by Watkins. It's 112-88 as the Knicks are not putting a dent into this lead. Knicks do pass over to Ryan. Ryan gets it to the paint. Back out to Kolek. Kolek for the three. It is good. Kolek with 18 points, 5 assists, trying to make a statement game, saying, please, guys, somebody, if you trade for me, let me get some minutes. As Sharif gets into the paint, no good. Rebound by McCullough. McCullough on the fast break, down to Tosan. Tosan is good. Quick buckets, ladies and gents. 93-112. Can we do something by playing defense and scoring quick? As Washington dishes the ball at the top of the key. Tosan is playing great defense. There's a switch. Alex Len takes over. A ball fakes and an and one foul. And he is pump fake out his shoes. And Anthony Gill is coming into the game. But Will Riley hits Alex Len with a pump fake twice and gets into the paint. Alex Len, you got to stay on that pump fake. It's one thing you learn. You jump when the defender gets off his feet, not when they show the ball. But I ain't gonna lie, I get pump faked out a couple times too. As he misses the second free throw. Look at Novak. Novak currently at the game, so he must have heard me talk about him and bring him up as Novak is at the Knicks game. Currently, we're looking at the odds. The money line, it looks like Washington is clearly going to win this game. I was going into, thinking the Knicks were going to win. If I was a betting man, I would have definitely took the Knicks at the -5 early into the game. But now, Knicks are pretty much out of it. But you never know. As Jameson and Knicks are in a set, Kolek pump fakes at the three, get hit with a screen. Kolek gets into the paint, passes it off. We got 5 seconds left. McCullough pumps fake. Back over to Tosan. Tosan gets into the paint. Layup. It is good. I like Tosan's game. He has that patience to his game. Looked at the shot clock. Was able to get into the paint. But he cannot stay in front of his defender. You need to be able to give those buckets on one end, but you got to lock up on the other end. As Tosan was able to get into the paint, but Williams was able to get into the paint off the dribble. As the Knicks are on defense real quick. Let's see. Ball is dropped in with Sharif Cooper. Sharif Cooper at the top of the key. Let's see what he do. Uses the screen. Puts him on his hip. Looked like they tried to use a Gortat screen. It didn't work. Great defense by the Knicks. As the three-point shot is up. No good. Rebound by Kolek. All right, Kolek, let's go. Let's get us something. McCullough gets into the paint. Little Europe. Floaters, no good. Rebound by Wizards. Wizards on a fast break. Gets into the paint easily, and Kolek is called for the foul. Well, we'll see. What Washington wants this game. They clearly do. And you know why? Because Washington, I believe, was Wait, this can't be Washington's first game. It says they're 0-1. If Washington is 0-1 and this their second game and they looking fluent like this, kudos to you, Washington, for preparing yourself and to be ready for this game and to go at my Knicks. But yeah, they clearly wanted this game. You flat out said it. I see J-Dub is hitting on all cylinders tonight. But look at OG on the bench. Look at Brunson on the bench with Mikal. Cap gotta lead us, man. We're about a week away from opening night. I wouldn't say a week, but a week and a couple days. So we're about 9 days. Yep, 9 days away from opening day. So let's do it. As Tosan gets the ball stolen by Sharif. Sharif on the fast break. Let's see. Get that rejected from Jameson. This is the defense. This is why Jameson is on that two-way. As Matthews try to go for the bang shot and misses the shot. But Jameson, great athleticism for Jameson to kind of block that shot. That's perfect timing at that too. And Jameson is 6'10". That's why I said he got that Jericho Sims vibes I'm getting from him. We ultimately could have brought back Jericho. As William gets into the paint, Knicks try to steal the ball, but to no avail. Next week is opening night. Oh, yep, the 22nd. 22nd. We'll be right here, October 22nd. And it's funny, after I do the live, I got to pack. Then I got to head on out to LA. I'm going to be in LA for work for about 2 days. So, I don't know. I might have to miss that Friday game because I think the Knicks play that Wednesday and then Friday. But I'll try to make it up, guys. I'll try to make it up. As Washington scores again, 118-95, 4 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. McCullough gets it to the paint, down to Jameson, who missed the dunk. You got to finish your breakfast, Jameson. So one thing you got to do is finish your breakfast. But we like the energy from Jameson. Big body, athletic, young at that. But we like it. We like it. Now, another question, they're talking about Cat. Will Cat be able to mimic his numbers of 24 points, 53% from the field? I believe he had 13 rebounds and 41 from three? That's elite numbers. Now, will Cat be able to mimic that with this offensive scheme? It's different than last year. So, let's see. It's something to look for. As Jameson knocks down the free throw, he has a brolic free throw shot. Very brolic. As Washington is running their sets. I like Washington sets, to be honest with you. Sharif gets into the mid-range jump shot. No good. Rebound by Tosan. Tosan brings the ball up. Let's see. Hit him with the spin move. Alley-oop up to Jameson. Tosan is doing his thing. He's coming in with that energy. He is. This Saturday is the last day to cut the non-guaranteed deals. Oh, man, I might have to go live this Saturday. We're going to have to talk about some cuts. Who's on the chopping block as Sharif gets into the paint, but it's fouled. Actually, that wasn't Sharif. Watkins get to the line. Okay, Friday, last preseason game. So we're going to see heavy minutes probably being played out by a lot of the younger guys. Kolek might get more minutes. He's on the chopping block. Will we see Jameson, Tosan, is it McCullough, is it Kolek? So we definitely going to go live on Friday and possibly Saturday to kind of discuss how the Knicks will finalize their roster. So I'm very intrigued. Are they going to go with the full max of 15 players? Or are they going to cut a couple guys, keep it to 14, which we all know it's looking like Landry is staying with the Knicks. That's something that we could count on. So what's going to happen with Brogdon? What's going to happen with Matthews? Can Matthews play with our G League team? Even though he's been a veteran for a while, is that something that we can bring them down there so they can still be with the organization? I would bring some of these guys on a G League team if they want to. I know that's another question too. Some of these guys probably don't want to. But Garrison Matthews, if we don't bring him back, run with the G League team, and there's an opportunity possibly. As Kolek high dribble, passes it off to Kevin McCullough. McCullough gets into the paint. Right hand layup is good. Love the positioning. We are playing the Hornets on Friday. Young, hungry team like the Wizards. It's just true. And I wonder is that their final game as well too? Because if it is, their starters might not play. We might not see. Matthews can't go to the G League. That's so weird. That's so weird. Okay, that makes sense. Because you know what? I guess it's those players that were out of the league. As Tosan should have drawn that charge, and he got the call. Good call. Correct. As players that have been out of the league that can possibly join the G League and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. But if you pretty much been a serviceman of last year, I guess you can. I got to look into that ruling. But 119 to 101. Knicks are down by 18 points. There's possibly no way for the Knicks to come back, but at least bring it down to 10, I would, to make it a feel-good story for today, with Kolek going off for 18 and 6 for 11. You got Kevin McCullough with 8 points, 5 assists. It's one thing about his game is the assist aspect that I like from Kevin McCullough. 3 for 5, that's still good. 50% from 3, 1 for 2. And Tosan with 7 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 1 on 1 for 3, 3 of 3 from the field. That's a player that I like, especially with him attacking the paint. He could get to the paint with ease. So I definitely like Tosan. He's going to be great for us on a two-way. Just because we're going to need someone that could play the backup forward, like if OG gets hurt or with Josh currently on the injured reserve, you're going to need that. But Knicks currently down by 18. Washington has been, their young Bulls has been going to work, to be honest with you. Bagley from the start of the game has been dominating us on offense and defense. Pretty much all aspect of the games with 11 rebounds, 6 defensive, 5 offensive. It's supposed to be a Mitch game. These are Mitch numbers: 7 for 8 from the field goal, 4 for 6 from free throw. So he's attacking pretty much almost perfect from the field goal with 18 points. So we'll take that. But Kolek's probably been the ultra spotlight for the Knicks with 18 points. And he started off bad, but came in this game and kind of took over, 6 or 11, as you know that. Dottier with the team high 6 rebounds. You got Dottier leading your team in rebounds right now. It's something wrong. It is something wrong. But ultimately, this stat here showcase why. 55% from the field goal. If a team is shooting 55% from the field, 42 from 3, and beating you on rebounding, you're going to lose the game. You're going to lose the game. And I know that's probably going to be key points that coach is going to talk about with the guys, is your defensive rebounding was bad because we gave up multiple offensive rebounding. Our transition defense wasn't as bad, but it could have been better. We gave up a lot of fouls in the transition. But as the game is back on, let's see, we got Kevin McCullough just pulls up the 3, 1 set in, no bueno. Why Kohler look better than who? Than Tony, than Deuce, and Brogdon. Hold on, I might be looking at that wrong. Kohler looked better tonight than Deuce and Brogdon. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well, look, certain nights, look, offensive rebounding. That's been an Achilles heel for us tonight. It's been Achilles heel for us tonight. As who grabbed the offensive rebound? Anthony Gill. It's Anthony Gill. Doesn't even have a bucket tonight, but let's see if he knocked down these free throws. No, I knew it was tonight. I looked at that. I had to zoom in, but I kind of knew what you were stating. As a missed free throw, 2 minutes left on the clock. We'll see. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Another free throw attempt. No good. Yeah, his free throw looked like it was no confidence. As Kolick pulling a little pep in his step, bringing the ball up. Doesn't take the screen. Gets it down to Tosan. Tosan on a dribble handoff. Gets into the paint and is clobbered. As Tosan gets to the line. We got a final 2 minutes of the game. Less than 2 minutes to be exact. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this Wizards game will be, the Hornets game on Friday will be a lot better. We go back to the drawing boards, work on the offense more, the bench. And like I said, the bench unit, he was, bringing guys in and out. So I know that they're probably not used to playing with each other. So they're in different spots, different positions. And he's stating that you're playing different roles, your spots. You need to learn your spots. So is Pacome Dadier used to being in that power forward spot when sometimes he's playing the small forward? Those are two different roles in the offense. So hopefully we everybody on this team got tablets and they're watching these sets at home to get a better idea of where to be. As Washington pulls up for the dribble, no good rebound. Kolick is bringing that pace. McCullough left to right dribble over to Tosan. Tosan is stopped. Great defense. Hits him with an in and out. Gets him on his tails and stolen. Fast break opportunity. And Kolick tries to take the charge. No good. As the Knicks do not need to be fouling right now. It is less than a minute in the game. We do not need to be fouling. Let that clock run. As we are down by 19, 120 to 101. As coach is talking to Tyler to say, if you're going to take that charge, stand there and take that charge. I want to see more Diawara and Tosan on Friday. Definitely. And I think we would. We might see a different starting lineup that game too. They're going to have to start Dadier and Brogdon just so they figure out what they're going to do, because they only got 1 day after that to see if they're going to and look, because they brought Dadier back in with 1 minute and 13 left, so Dadier is definitely going to get more burn. Tosan I want to see in Diawara, so let's see Kolick start, Dadier start, Diawara, Jameson, and who else we say? I don't know. We got to figure out who else needs to get in that starter lineup. And Brogdon. Probably put Brogdon in there, right? As Sharif Cooper go against the pick and roll. Late trap. Leaving a big wide open for three. No good. Rebound by Kolick. Kolick is stat shuffling tonight. As Kolick is being aggressive. Dish it off to McCullough. McCullough don't know what to do with it. Doesn't use the screen. Gets around it. Kolick stops and pops for three. No good. Rebound. Who is it? Knicks basketball. McCullough do need time, but I think since he's on McCullough is not on. Yeah, McCullough's on our two-way. We know what we're gonna get with McCullough. As it's 23 seconds left, let's see if the Knicks gonna run the clock out or they're going to be aggressive and try to score. They're trying to score as McCullough gets into the paint. Push back. Offensive foul on Sharif Cooper as he tries to hook. As I have 13 seconds left on the clock. As we all know that the game is about done with it. As clock runs out 120 to 103. A 17-point point loss by my Knicks. It's preseason. Granted, we can't go undefeated all the time, but it is a 3-1 preseason currently, as my Knicks did not prevail tonight, which is totally fine. I want to jump over really quickly to some stats. You know, I am a stat guy. Jordan Clarkson with 21 minutes. Clarkson, you got to do better. You are a minus 29 tonight, right? With 12 points, 4 turnovers, and no assists with 1 rebound. Clarkson, we brought you here to be our J.R. Smith of the bench, right? We brought you in to be our Emmanuel Quickly off the bench. We brought you here to be a Starks as far as lighting the candle and being a spark fly and giving us buckets. J-Dub, I had a phenomenal time with you, my brother. Appreciate you rocking with me. Whenever you can, stop by. I'm definitely going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away once I get to like maybe 700 subscribers. I want to start doing giveaways, whether it's Jalen Brunson jersey, Nick tickets. I'm gonna start implementing that in my live for my interactors, you know, and you being an interactor, I would love for you to participate in that, so I can get my gear out. I have, Nick hats, the Delusional Nick fan hats that I want to start gifting out and stuff. So just for you guys being here and rocking with me, I want to showcase that love back with doing these giveaways to my subscribers. So appreciate you rocking and being here. But yeah, Clarkson, we brought you here for a reason, and that's for us to get buckets, but efficiently. 2 for 5 from 3 would take the 40%, but the 4 for 11 from the field goal, that's horrible. And then Pacome Dadier, I like the rebounding. 4 defensive, 2 offensive. We appreciate that. The 11 points is okay. No, I'm not 11. You had 8. But the 2 for 7, you're 2 for 6 for 3. And we're talking with Dadier. You hear the stats that I practice. Dadier is putting up 3-pointers, with great efficiency. That's with no defenders on you, right? Let that translate into with defenders. Get that man up to par with player development, because the talent is there. You can see it. So get him going. But tonight, 24 minutes, that 2 for 7 is not going to cut it. Now, looking at Yabusele's stats from early in the game, it looked atrocious. Just by eye candy of watching him move and play, it looks like he had a bad game. But 4 from 8 from the field, 50%, and 2 for 5 from 3, 40%. It's not bad. That's what he averaged. Literally averaged 50 from the field goal, and I think it was 36 from 3. With 5 rebounds, 4 offensive, 1 defensive. You got to get better on the defensive rebound. You got to box out Yabusele. But it's not bad. 3 let me see, how many assists? 2 assists, 11 points. This is kind of what's expected for Yabusele. So, okay. I was about to get on him, but pause, but okay. Malcolm Brogdon, old man Brogdon with 18 minutes. I'm surprised he only played 18 minutes. I figured he would have a little bit more, seeing that you're trying to make a roster. Coach want to see what you got. But he's moving like he knows that he already made the team, and he's not exerting everything. But 2 for 7, it's not going to cut it. 1 long ball 3-pointer, that's not your fault. That was at a buzzer beater heave. But 4 personal fouls. That's showing me that you can't stay in front of your defender. But I think a lot of that was help defense fouling. So we'll see. That's too many fouls. 3 assists, 2 rebounds. We'll take it. Deuce 4 for 12. He came on late for us, but it's not going to cut it on 4 for 12, 33%. Tyler Kolek was the light that we had, 7 for 13. The 3-pointers were still atrocious, 1 for 5. But 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 assists, 20 points. So he's showcasing that I could be a serviceable. Well, I don't know why I said it like that, but a serviceable player with 20 points, 6 assists. Now, Garrison Matthews, 19. It's 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 5. We were talking highly about Garrison Matthews. We thought that he can possibly steal and be that last guy here. But he definitely didn't play like that today. He definitely didn't play like that. Trey Jameson was a bright light for us, and I'm happy that he's on a two-way with the Knicks. 9 points, 3 fouls, but 2 turnovers. We'll take it. I want to see how many blocks he had, because I felt like he did a lot of vertical jumping. No blocks, but it was still crucial for us. He did his thing. Now, Kevin McCullough is my guy. 23 minutes, 50% from the field, 3 for 6, 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 1 and 1 from the free throws. But it's like he did everything. You got 5 assists. You got rebounds. He gave you a little bit of points. He was aggressive, moving around in the offense, which was good. Alex Len, we don't even know. Alex Len is in limbo because he's not going to be on our roster. He hasn't been getting any minutes, so this is just petty minutes that he's getting right now. But we'll see. Diawara was also a bright spot for us, but only played 6 minutes. Why is that? Maybe he play a little bit more. They wanted to get the other guys acclimated since Muhammad is technically our rookie, but he only signed a 9 guaranteed contract. So we'll see what happens from Friday or Saturday once the Knicks make their final roster. Tosan, another bright spot for us. He was 100% from the floor, even though he did not make his free throws. Gotta make your free throws. 4 free throws, my boy would have had you up. But grabbing some boards, couple of fouls, but 7 points, but it was a plus 17, which was good because he bought some defense. He spaced the floor on the 3 and was aggressive, so I like that. Matt Ryan, you got petty minutes just now too, so I'm not going to fault you, but you was a plus 5. So that is that. So enough with that. We are done for the night. I want to check on my Knicks real quick to kind of bring up the schedule. Let me go to my Knicks real quick. I'm like all over the place. So we have the Hornets, as you can see. Let's get that out the way. Hornets is this Friday at 7:30. I believe I would be going live and being active during that time period. So let's close out the preseason against the Hornets and see if the guys will get some burn, some play. Will the starters get a last tune-up to get things refreshed and ready before we open up the game on the 22nd, which is literally around the corner. And then we're here after one last preseason game, season opener against the Cavs, ladies and gents, at the Garden. The Garden is going to be rocking. I had the opportunity to get tickets for that game, but I said I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to spend time with you guys, my chat, my team, my family here, my Delusional Nations members here. So this is where we're going to be that Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I got to make sure I leave work early because I got to make sure everything is set up. And then that Friday against Beantown, and then Sunday against the Heat. So the Knicks are coming out pretty much steamrolling with key Eastern teams. You know, we have the Cavs, then we have the Celtics, which is a division year for us. I do want to talk about this year, though, for the Knicks. Let me unplug out the Matrix. This is a statement I want to make. This year is a banner year for the Knicks. If you're here with me, this is a banner year. What I mean by banner year, we're going for the play-in tournament, right? I want that play-in tournament. I don't think we're gonna, play loose or sag after winning that, similar to what the Lakers did. Lakers won that in-season tournament and then flopped throughout the rest of the year and couldn't do nothing in the playoffs. But I want that banner, so let's go for the play-in banner. Let's go for the Atlantic Division. We haven't had the Atlantic Division since the 2012-2013 season. Let's go for the Atlantic Division title. Let's hold another banner. And then, of course, Eastern Conference champion. Let's get the Eastern Conference champion. You get a banner for being the Eastern Conference champion. And then winning the NBA championship. So four banners Knicks need to go for and get this year, so we can hang up next year's 4 banners, ladies and gents. I'm going to leave it on that note because we're about to end it. But appreciate everyone for rocking and rolling with me on another play-by-play edition brought to you by Delusional Knicks Fan Network. And on that episode, we're out.